What's up guys, my name is Davon, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use the Macrodose envelope filter for funk. So if you guys like that stinger, go ahead and check out the video that I did breaking down the Macrodose. In this video, I will go over all the settings that I chose to make this demo come to life and show you exactly how we landed where we did to get that funk sound. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about what kind of tone we're going for when we are playing something like funk. Funk is a very rhythmic and very expressive type of genre. So we want to make sure that we're really careful when dialing in something like an envelope filter, because we don't want to get in the way of all the very tight syncopated rhythms that we're doing in funk, but we still want a nice blend of that nice quack of the womp that you get from an envelope filter that gives that signature sound of funk that you might have heard in Red Hot Chili Peppers and Stevie Wonder, Earth, Wind, Fire, stuff like that. An envelope filter is a modulation effect pedal that will affect your guitar signal with different behaviors. The best way to describe the signature sound for funk is, like I said before, that quack or that womp that we can achieve with experimenting with the frequencies and the timing that we go through those frequencies, which the Macrodose helps us do perfectly. So with all that in mind, let's jump to the setup and let's dive into it. Okay, so here we are at the setup. We have the Macrodose here and it's plugged in directly into our interface so you guys can get the maximum effect straight out of the effect pedal. And this is the settings that we use for the demo that you guys heard in the beginning of this video. I kind of want to take you guys through and show you how we got there step by step. So like I said before, we were looking for that womp or that really funky signature sound, and how we can do that with our guitar is by highlighting our high frequencies. So with these settings, this is what the guitar sounds like right now. First thing I want to talk about is this middle switch. This middle switch switches between our low pass filter, our band pass filter, and our high pass filter. What that pretty much means is whichever one you select, it's going to let that specific frequency pass through. So if we're on the low pass, it's going to let all of our lower frequencies pass through. And then our high pass is going to let all our high frequencies pass through. For this specific sound, I went with the band pass, just so that way we have a pretty equal guitar tone. It doesn't roll off most of our low frequencies, but it also doesn't highlight a lot of those low frequencies that can get in the way of the funky quackness that we have. Quackness. Our volume knob we have at a comfortable listening level. This is really up to where you want to have it, but for right here, we just have it at a comfortable listening level. Our blend knob is rolled back to about 2 o'clock, so that way we have some of the original guitar tone coming through. The shape that we decided to go with for this demo was our triangle, standard triangle shape. Reason for that is because, like I said before, this is a very rhythmic type genre, so we wanted a shape that was going to peak our highlighted frequency, but wasn't going to just go in and out or wave through a bunch of other stuff that could get in the way of the very rhythmic, muted picking that we do with funk. So we wanted something just very straightforward that was going to highlight that specific frequency. So we went with the triangle shape. This knob is really interesting on this pedal because you can let the knob control things automatically if you go into the step filter mode, which is on the left, or the warped filter mode on the right. You can also trigger the timing via tap tempo with this tap button. But we are going to leave it in manual mode, which is an awesome mode because it allows us to fully control how fast we are going through that frequency. So we use our warp knob here. This warp knob, when we go to the left, the slower it's going to go through our selected shape. And when we go to the right, the faster. See, check it out. This is with it all the way to the left. And this is with it all the way to the right. And the cool thing about this pedal is it actually shows you how fast it's going as you turn the warp down or up, which is really, really neat. So we have it set to about 12 o'clock. And I found that that was the best place to really give us enough time to go through that triangle shape, land on the peak for the high ends of the notes that we're playing, and then jump straight back down. So that way we have enough room to keep strumming, go through the rhythm of the riff, and it won't just go through it all crazy and really, really fast, because that's not the vibe that we're going for this specific song. Next, we go to our frequency knob, which allows us to select which frequency we want to highlight. So if we go to the left, the lower frequencies are going to come through from the pedal, the more we go to the left. So this is what it sounds like all the way to the left. And then this is what it sounds like if we go all the way to the right. So with that being said, we want to bring it to about 1 o'clock because we want to highlight more of the high frequencies than the low frequencies here. But we don't want it to be that extreme all the way up because a lot of harsh high frequencies can start coming through, which we don't want. So we want to have it at about 1 o'clock. Gives us that perfect, just really funky sound that we're looking for, but not squashing our whole guitar tone. So another cool thing about this pedal is you can always kind of bring back that tone with the blend knob, because the more you turn it back, the more guitar tone starts coming through. And then the more you turn it to the right, the more effect starts coming through. But just to make it a little bit more simpler, we just go ahead and highlight the specific frequency we want, and then just slightly roll back our blend to get back some of that tone. But we're not gonna completely rely on the blend knob for this specific demo. And then lastly, we have our depth and resonance knob. So our resonance knob is going to determine how much the specific frequency resonates as we're going through the shape. And the depth controls how deep we go into that frequency. So if I turn my depth all the way down, you'll notice that you don't really hear the funky, kind of wonky, wompy sound anymore. And that's because we aren't going that deep into the frequency. It's actually all the way to the left, so we're barely going into that frequency at all. So that's why we're going to want to have our depth almost at 1 o'clock as well. That way that allows our effect pedal to really dive into those high frequencies to really give us that funky. And then we want it to resonate quite well, so we have that about halfway as well. So overall, that's how we got to the tone for this demo. Let's go ahead and check out and see what it sounds like in a full mix. And there you guys have it. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that it gave you a better understanding of how powerful the Macrodose can be. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like and comment down below some of your favorite songs or bands that use an envelope filter, how you would use it, or just some of the other pedal/videos you would like to see on this channel. Also, make sure you guys subscribe, hit that notification bell, so that way you can see when we put other content out. And we look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Till then.